Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from Whitefish, Montana. The sun is shining at the moment, but for most of the morning and the early afternoon, it's been drizzling rain, which of course everybody needs that, right? Like it's hard to complain about rain because we all need it. Oop, Benji's in the house. She's heading for the sun. So we'll see whether she stays up there or whether she jumps down on the computer. Let's hope not. All right, so today we're going to break open the birthday bash kit that I forgot I even had, which is why I started doing these Kit Together Tuesdays, so you could see the kits and I could see what I had and be able to use them myself, because it's a shame to have them and not use them, right? So let's go ahead and switch. So here it is, and because it is a kit, it means all you need is a pair of scissors. Everything else should be in the box. Now, every now and then for some kits, you might need, like for the watercolor kit, you needed some water. For the flowers kit, we're gonna need, when I do that, I'm gonna need a hot glue gun. So we got to figure out that there's might be a few extra things that we need, but for the most part, the majority of them need scissors, and I think this is just one that needs scissors. Although I might need to use my ribbon scissors. See, I delineate them as different by putting this on there because, yeah, because these are my ribbon scissors, so they cut ribbon nicer. So let's check it out and find out what we are going to need. And let's put together this kit because it looks like fun. And I don't know, I mean, I asked you, let's see, how many birthday gifts would you guess you said, how many birthday, oh, I typed that wrong. So how many birthday gifts do you guess you give in a year, or how many birthdays do you celebrate, and then do you give gifts for all of them? Oh no, it looks like there won't be any cutting of ribbon because these have little like shoestring ends on here. Look at that, little shoestring ends so they don't fray all over the place. How cute is that? Wow, look at all those. Whew. Let's see what they're for. So I'm going to open this up. We do need the scissors to get into the plastic. All right, let's see. There we go. All right, and let's do this. Take this off. All right, we have some adhesive tape, some tear and tape. I love the tear and tape, and I love that when you don't use it all, you can just put it on your stash. Look, I've got them right here from different kits, and I just string them there, and that way I can use them as I need them. And then this is some baker's twine. Looks like it might be some Poppy Parade. We'll have to see what the coordinating colors are. Some Poppy Parade baker's twine or some Calypso coral. Not sure yet. Let's find our instructions. So here we go. Birthday bash kit. We have 2 bags. Let's see, we have 4 little gift card holders, and then we have 2 more bags. Super cute. These are all the ingredients, and of course, because it's a non-stamping kit, it comes in French, Dutch, German, and English. All right, and remember, you can use the backs of tags for things too, or put things over. I'll show you that in just a minute. So Azure Afternoon, Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lime Twist, Pool Party, and Holographic. So this is going to be Calypso Coral. All right, so let's open it up and take a look. Simple, simple. We like simple. We like quick and easy. I have been working on the retreat, the local retreat stuff, for the last couple of weeks, really down to the wire here, trying to get also the catalogs out in the mail to you. So if you're looking for a catalog or you're waiting on one, put it down below so I can make sure you're on my list. Hello, Missy. Great idea for the tear and tape. Yeah, I just kind of, yeah, I just have it there. That way it's always ready, and then I have my glue dots here for when I don't have the paper pumpkin kit ones. Hi, Joanne. All right, so let's check this out. So here are our ingredients. We're going to make 4 things. So almost everything in the kit, but not everything. So, but we're going to do 1 of each. So there's 1 of those. Let's move the plastic out of there. And then 1 of these. The sun just went behind a cloud. It got dark here, so let me turn on some light because it got dark. All right, and then we have one of these and one of these. All right, so that's one of everything. Let's do this. We're gonna have enough room here. So here we go. All right, so we have, first off, we have these fun things, and it says celebrate you. For this one, and celebrate you, so there's 2 of each. And of course I like to use the German one. Oh, I'm not seeing Dutch after all. Maybe the German and the Dutch is the same. Sometimes there are some things that are the same. They're very close. If you are Dutch, don't get mad at me if that was not absolutely accurate. So this goes over here because we're going to use one of each of these. Let's just say when I see Dutch, I do recognize the words and can make them out because they are close to German in my mind. Let's put it that way. Someone who is Dutch might not like having me say that. I don't know what the relations are between them. I think fairly good. So this goes with the yellow one and this blue ribbon. And we're just tearing it out gently so that we don't tear anything. And I don't know, you could keep this. I'm not really doing alternates on this, but if you wanted the shape of a flower, you could keep it and brush it. But when you start having these little points, they start getting messed up. So I don't typically keep those kinds of things that can easily get messed up. So there we have that. And then it's going to use some twine. And then we have for you on this one. And oh, there we go. So they have the for you back to back like that, for you, and then we have this one over here. Nope, on the blue. So it's got the blue and the red go on this one, and the blue writing goes on this one. And then we need, for this bag, we need this star. And then it's got a star within the star. Like that. And then the ice cream is going to go on the blue one. I sent Kitar, we didn't send Kitar, last week was his 21st birthday, and we didn't send him actual gifts like this because of being so far away. He just gets to go book himself some massage appointments because he does like a good massage. And then this weekend he went to the movies for the first time by himself. How many of you have done that? Have you gone to the movies by yourself? It is kind of weird. I have to admit, I've done it. I did it when I was single because I'd want to see a movie and I didn't have anyone that would want to go with me. So I just went by myself. So he wanted to go see Revenge of the Sith in the movie theater because, of course, it's very different than having it on a TV. And no one could go with him, so he just went by himself. I was very proud of him because he really wanted to see it again. And yeah. So how many of you have gone to the movies alone? Because that's kind of one of those tricky things. All right, let's see what is first. First is our yellow card holder. So we're going to set this aside and the blue one aside. And we're going to do this yellow one first. So I'm going to go ahead and pop out all of these. You can use your take your pick. You can use your thumbnail like I did. Whatever is easiest for you. You could even probably use that brush, the brush for the take your pick tool. There aren't very many of them, so it's not that crazy difficult or anything like that. So you can just pop those out of there. That gives it that bow look because we know they all have that. Where there's spaces, little loops. That's the word I was looking for. All right, anyone else have a runny nose from all the spring stuff? I have had a runny nose lately. So Joanne says, no, she hasn't gone to the movies alone. Missy says, I have been to the movies alone. Definitely weird to go alone. Yeah, definitely weird, but not impossible. Not outrageously horrible. Sometimes it's nice because sometimes you know how you go to the movie and someone just won't shut up. So it's nice if you are used to going to a movie and someone is constantly talking to you during the movie, like leaning over and commenting on the movie constantly. That just bugs the crap out of me. So then it's nice to go alone because then you don't have to worry about someone talking during the movie. All right, so we are going to put our card around this way. All right, we're going to put some adhesive on the back. So I'm going to use one of my tear and tapes that's already open. All right, because why not? It's already open. So we're going to put the Celebrate You on the back here, like that. And you don't need much because, yeah. All right, so take your pick tool, because that's, yeah. Okay, scissors you have to have. Take your pick tool is optional, but highly recommended, right, girls? Joanne and Missy, you both know, yes, take your pick tool is highly recommended. So we're going to put this here like that. And then we're going to fold this down. All right, and then I like to use my bone folder. You can use your thumb. I don't know, could you use that? No, that doesn't slide very well. Could you use this? Nope, that doesn't work very well. How about the scissors? Nope, that doesn't work. So I would say either a thumbnail or a bone folder is highly recommended. It just helps really burnish that edge. All right, and then we're gonna fold this one up. All right, like this. So thumbnail or bone folder. And then these I think we want to fold in first. I'm not seeing what the back side looks at, so I'm going to assume they go in first. So I'm not sure what they are, except that you could slide the gift card in there. All right, so we have this and this. And this must fold down inside too. Oh yeah, see, then you could adhere it here and slip the gift card in there. Although they don't show adhering it. So you could just leave it, slip the gift card in there. And it's gonna go like this. All right, and then we're going to take this, and it looks like I'm gonna do this, and see how it's got this slit right here? All right, you see that little slit here? And then there's another slit here. That's how you're going to lock it into place. All right, so you're gonna put this over here. And this one is going to come around and they're going to slide like this into place. Oh, I guess I was supposed to do it. Okay, you're supposed to do it like this. All right, so then it looks like that. And then you can slide it like a belly band over this. I don't know, it might have been easier to do it the other way. I think it's going to be easier to do it the way I was doing it. So we have this, and we have this, and then we're going to pull it aside and hook it together like that. All right, there you go. I'm going to even say that you could kind of curl these a little with your bone folder, just to kind of give them a little more dimension. And I would even curl these towards the front too. Just a slight little bit, all right? Just a slight little bit. So there you go. You have that there like that, and then we're going to take our Calypso Coral Baker's Twine, Oh, that's the first. It doesn't say how much, but it doesn't look like it's too much because you're just putting on, I think you're just gluing this on there and putting a bow there. These instructions are not as clear. No, Benji, please don't. She is sitting. Nope, don't. Nope, don't. Nope, don't. Hey. All right, hold on, folks. Say hi to Benji as she comes off the computer. Woo! Wow. All right. She was trying to put her foot. I think she was thinking she was going to lay down on the laptop. That's not going to work. All right, let's see. Does it show more? No, it doesn't really show how it's attached. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue or adhesive on the back of there. I'm going to stick it down on the bow. I think I'm going to put the adhesive right over the hole because I'm going to do that, put the, and then let's see. I'm going to use it, I'm going to end up using a glue dot, but I'm going to do that like that. All right, just like that. And then I'm going to cut it like this so I can tie it into a double bow. So I'm going to have it doubled and tie it like this. And then pull this out. All right, that's not going to work. All right. Sometimes I can get it first time out, other times I can't. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this now so that it's two. And then I'm going to twist it around this way, make a bow, pull it. Let's see. Nope, not quite even. I never know which side to make longer. Oh, I think I may have gotten it this time. You see that? No, it's still too short on the one side. See how it's longer on one side and shorter on the other? So I'm never sure which side is supposed to be the longer side. Let's see if I can figure this out. Okay, so this side needs to be the shorter side. Ah, always on a live, right, girls? Always on a live. I think I've got it this time. There we go. Let's turn it. It's about even, not quite. But it makes it by doubling it like that. I'm just going to trim the edges off. There. Now no one will know. All right, so by trimming, by doubling it, it just makes it a little thicker instead of a really thin bow. And then from your other kits, or you can buy a box of glue dots. You just grab a glue dot and put it right here. And I'm going to kind of fold this over a little bit. And then you put the knot right on top of that. All right. So there. All right, so that's one card. Now we've got it down, so now we know what to do for the next card, right? So there, and so then all they have to do is slip that off, open it up, and you can put your gift card in there, or you can just write a message in there. You don't even have to put a gift card in there. All right, so let's do this one, which is going to be the exact same way, just a different color. But we'll still have the Calypso Coral Baker's Twine. So we'll go ahead and do this first. Again, what do you think? Cute? So because it's a non-stamping kit, you can just keep buying them if you want and just making these and using these, and you get 4 bags and 4 gift card holders. So super quick and easy. and probably way cheaper than buying the stuff at the store. And it's not taking that long. Now that you see how to do it, it's not taking that long to make it. So it's fairly simple. And the colors, guy, girl, boy, girl, either way, I'm going to wait to do that. I like the idea of doing that after. And I'm going to go ahead and do this now. And I'm just barely, you can see I'm just barely doing it. And if you don't have one of these, you can do it with your fingers too, all right? So you can do it, I just do this, like this, and just kind of pull it. See how it just curves it in just a little bit? It's a little more subtle than the bone folder, all right? But I do that a lot where I just use this part of my finger and my thumb and just kind of pull it along, and it just gives it that little bit of a lift. And so it's a little more subtle than what the bone folder will do for you. All right, so let's do this here with this one. All right, and I use my thumbnails a lot. I'm gonna go get my nails done tomorrow. I'm gonna try gels and see if that works with my nails. Otherwise, I have to just go back to plain nails instead of cute nails, because the regular nail polish does not like me, or my nails do not like the regular polish at all. They just completely fall apart, and I just did that backwards and upside down. So let's see if I can pull that. Ooh, no, see, oops. That's where you're gonna have to put something in there. Oh, you know what? I could just do it like this. And then I could write a message in here. And we'll just fold these in. So folding it in just gives it a much nicer crease. And your fingernail, like I said, your fingernail will do the same thing. But as my nail tech used to tell me, nails are jewels, not tools. So she kind of broke me of that habit of using my nails. But, you know, there are those days when you just gotta do it. And then pray that you don't break your nail doing it, right? All right. How many times have you broken your nail knowing you shouldn't have done that with your nail, but you did it anyways, and it broke it or tore it or something horrible like that? All right, so then we're going to put this on here and bring this over, and remember, we're going to slide it and hook it in. There we go, like that. Super cute. Cute and easy. And we're going to take this one, we're going to put a little bit of tear and tape across the top there. I like to use that end to kind of burnish it down. And then use this end, of course, to pop that up. We're going to put that right there. And then we're going to grab a quick little glue dot off of here. And yes, I know you don't see me use these kind of glue dots very often because I get so many from the kits, but we do sell the box of glue dots. Stampin' Up! Does have them. You can get them. You just don't see me use them very often because I have so many of these left over from Paper Pumpkin kits and all the others. So it's okay. And now you see me gathering a bunch of these rings of tear and tape because the kits are starting to use those, and they give you enough to where you have some left over. All right, so let's see if I can do this on the first catch. Let's see. Is that gonna work? Ooh, maybe. Maybe if I can get the bows even. There we go, like that. And then I just need to trim this off to make it about even, and then set that right there. How cute are those? How cute are those? And I mean, you could give a girl the blue one and a boy the yellow one. It's not a boy-girl thing. It's just a variety, stars or stripes. Depends on what you want. All right, so let's go ahead and look at these gift bags. All right, so, oh, I see. Those are, Kat's getting into the catalogs. She wants to take a peek. What's in the catalog? All right, so let's go ahead and move this stuff off. All right, so these are the bag holders, and they're going to go into the bag. So it's almost shoestring, but not quite. So we're going to pop that in there. Let's pull this up, open this. There we go. Open it like that. You're going to pop this in here, and you're going to pull it all the way through, and then pull it back. So look, it has that catch right there. So it's got this on the end, and then it's got this little catch here. Can you see that? All right, and that's what keeps it from pulling back through. So we're going to do our bag. So we're going to push it in, pull it all the way through past the plastic, and then pull the ribbon back through so that it catches like that. How awesome is that? Are you loving this? How easy peasy. So we're going to pull it through, and you could just have these made. Just sit down one day, watch a show on TV, and you can make these really easy, and then you have them ready to go when you need them. Because the worst thing is when you need something to have to scramble to make it. So you could already have all this stuff made. All right, and then you just, you know, once you do it, you can leave it like that. All right, so let's go ahead, and now we're going to use, now you look, you have an extra star. It's not even being used, so you could put that on the gift card holder if you wanted. All right, because there's other stars on there, or you could put it on the bag. You're going to have this like this, so you could have that over here. I'm thinking though, but I might want to use it. There we go. I'm going to pull this off. Hopefully I can get it back on. And I'm going to stick it right in here. All right, so I'm just going to use the adhesive, and I'm just going to stick mine right in here. All right, there we go, do that. Pop that off. Anything that hangs over, you just roll back in. And I'm just going to, yep, I'm just going to put that right here. And then you can write your note right there. And you can still stick the gift card in here. Because I accidentally put this in here, I would not tape these down. But for the others, if you wanted to tape this down and just have the pocket, you would just tape it to this. All right, and then that gets covered completely. And you can slide that back in and over onto your little gift. How cute is that? All right, so this one, we're going to pop out those little dots, and on this little holographic thing. All right, and let's see, let's go back over here. We're going to use some of this. Doesn't say how much, so cut it however long you want. You're just going to string it through and string it through. I really love the candle one. I love candles for birthday stuff. All right, so then you can pull this way. All right, figure out which one. So the one with the crease would be the back to me, And so then on here, what I would be inclined to do is tie it like this in a partial bow. Let's turn it back around. Oops, no, what am I thinking? All right. Nope, that I'm not thinking. It's just clearly not working right now to think that way. All right, you could just tie it on, or you can do a bow like this, where you do it on each side, bring it around, and then tie the bow like this. Oh, no. You're going to have to tie a knot actually before you tie the bow. So you want to have it however long you want it, and then tie a knot before you tie the bow. Otherwise the bow is not going to hold. So however, if you want it hanging down a little bit more, it would be like that, and then you would tie your bow. Come on, bow. There we go. All right. All right, there we go. Just like that. All right. Oh. All right, and then for storing it, you could still fold it back up and have it like that, and then just store it until you need it. Let's do the ice cream cone one, basically the same way. So we're going to pop this open. All right, take one of these, oh, just one, string it through, because it only goes in one at a time, string it through, pull it back so that it catches. All right, same thing on this side, pull it through, and then pull it back until it catches and crosses it. All right, then we have this side, pull it through, pull it back, and then pull it through and pull it back to latch it. All right. All right, so the front of the bag, the back of the bag would be the one with the crease on the back. So this would be the front. So you have, my back just cramped. You have your birthday wishes and your ice cream cone this time. Again, grab a piece of twine, however long you wish, and same kind of tying situation. There we go. So you're going to tie it around your bag handle. All right, and then depending on how long, how far down you want it to hang. All right, oh, it's, hold on. It was backwards. All right. And now I need to tie a bit of a knot, so to keep it hanging like that, and then tie my bow like that, and then pull that down. There we go, like that. So there's one. Now you could, if you wanted it to kind of be like this, you could put a little bit of sticky right here, okay? So if I wanted it to look like that all the time and not hang directly in front of each other, then I would just take a little bit of the Tear and Tape, put a smidge of Tear and Tape back here, all right, pull it off, and I would attach this how I want it to hang. So if I want it to be like that, then I would just attach it like that so that it hangs like that, okay? That way it hangs that way. And you can do that with the star and the birthday wishes as well on that bag. All right, you could put a little tear and tape back here so that it wasn't, but I think because it's not solid, I think that works. All right, so here we have our 2 bags. I'm gonna go ahead and fold them up again so that you can see them. All right, we have our 2 bags, and then we have our 2 gift card holders. So, whoops, super cute. What do you think? I like it. I like it a lot. And so there's 2 more, there's 1 more of each of them. So it's 2 of each that you get. Oop, I guess you can't see me there. Wow, the cat really messed that up, didn't she? My head was hardly in the screen. It looked like one of my students. In the mornings, you can see about this much of, this much of them usually, or just a forehead, because of how they have their cameras. It's pretty funny. All right, so here you go. Birthday bash. You've got gift bags, you've got gift card holders, and these can double as cards as well. You could even, stick those in there. You don't have to put a gift card in there. If you're giving a card, if you're giving a gift, you could use it either way. I mean, it kind of says, yes, this is a gift card holder, but anything's possible any way you want to do it. All right, so are you gonna say hi again? Huh? Yeah, it's snuggle time. It's that time of the evening, afternoon that she wants to snuggle. So just wanted to remind folks, I've decided not to change the price. So, but registration for the virtual retreat is $90. All right, it's June 14th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mountain Time, so that would be 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time, but 9 a.m. is as early as I can be on and, ready to go. There's 2 30-minute mealtime breaks, and then, of course, you can go to the bathroom whenever you want. So it's not like you have to be glued in front of the computer for 12 hours. We get 2 30-minute breaks. You take a bio break when you need to. And if you get to the point where you're like, I just can't do anymore, you don't have to do anymore. You come for as long as you can, when you can. And that's just the beauty of it all. And that's how it is also with the in-person ones. I have people who come later on Friday, or they don't come Friday at all. They come Saturday, and then they leave sometime on Sunday. So it's your choice. For this, during the 12 hours, I am there from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then it's your choice how much of that time you can be there with me. You get all your swag bag stuff sent to you. You get your table gifts. You get your make and takes. Everything is mailed out to you so you have it before the retreat time. So therefore, the retreat registration will close absolutely positively on May 10th. Because then I need to make sure to order for everybody and get everything else made. I've been making ahead while I've been making for my local one. I've also been making for this one. So it's so much fun. I look forward to seeing you all there. If you need to register, you can go look for the post that has this Journey into Crafting virtual retreat, or you can message me or put down below in the comments that you need the link and I will message it to you. So if you have any questions, please do ask about it because registration is coming to an end for the virtual retreat. It's only $90. You get the swag bag, which is $30, 30 or so dollars of product. You get make and takes, you get table gifts. There's 3 table gifts in there because I'm just pretty much giving you the same thing that I give to the people who come for the 3 days. I just am not providing your food. That's the only thing. There's not much on food. There might be some snacks in there, but other than that, there's not any food. You're going to be on your own for food, whereas the local folks get food. All right, so come join us. Come join us. It's lots of fun. So thank you for joining me. I will be back here. Wow, she really did mess up that camera. I will be back here on Thursday for Paper Pumpkin Playdate, and I will be breaking open that new Paper Pumpkin because I have had to avoid Facebook and Pinterest and some of my emails from other demonstrators to not be not see what the kit has. So Thursdays, as long as I can wait to open that baby up. So I'll see you Thursday at 1:30 Mountain Time for Paper Pumpkin Playdate. Have an awesome evening, everybody, and a great Wednesday. See you Thursday.